Hi YouTube, today I'm going to be talking about Venus in the first house. So Venus is the planet of love. In a woman's chart, it's how she acts when she wants to find a partner, and in a man's chart, it's what he looks for in a partner. Now the first house is your personal appearance, it's how you come off, it's what people see you as, and whatever planets are in the house of your ascendant, because the first house is your ascendant, whatever planets are there indicates like certain mannerisms and kind of the way your personality is kind of set, or um what qualities of your personalities are going to show out more. So if your Venus is in the first house, people are going to see you as someone who's very pleasant to be around. You are very concerned about your appearances, how you wear. You might have a very good eye for beauty, things that are symmetrical, things that just really have elegance and grace. You yourself want to come off as someone who is very diplomatic, fair, well balanced, and someone who is just more of an easygoing person. You want to come off as someone like that. You want to come off as someone who's pleasant, someone who's kind, someone who's like uh, admirable and kind and loving. So you want to come off like this, and you are usually seen as this type of person. But what people don't notice is what you go through to look like to come off that way. A lot of times you will bend your back over to keep a situation fair, or you will like try very hard just so that everything flows naturally. You want your environment to be something more gracious and harmonious. So this is what you like to portray out, and you will like a lot of times hide what you're feeling just to give off those vibes. You are very concerned on how you look and your attractiveness, and a lot of times you are very attractive to those around you and those of the opposite gender. But if you are more on the insecure side, this can become a little bit more of a consuming trait where you're constantly wondering, where you constantly need approval and validation of how you look, because your appearances, just as long as like your appearances and your personality kind of go hand in hand together. Like you want to be seen as someone who's very beautiful and someone who's very elegant and very charming, because these people are naturally, they know how to charm people, but at the same time you want your personality to reflect that. So when you yourself feel as if you are beautiful and you are very attractive, and you have that reassurance from others, then your personality kind of reflects that, and you yourself will be more of a beautiful person, the very kind, sharing, easygoing personality. You can work very well with other people that you work in public places. Like you can work very well with your coworkers or people that you go to school with. A lot of people see you as someone who's very friendly. But if you are feeling insecure about yourself and you don't necessarily like qualities of yourself, you can become a little bit of the opposite and be more of a hermit, be more like by yourself. You could be a little bit reluctant to others. When these people feel insecure and someone gives them a compliment, it could boost it can boost their self-esteem, but at the same time they second guess what the person's saying. If they don't feel confident about themselves, someone can be like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," but then they won't believe it and they think that someone's lying to them, and then in return they'll just become a little bit more of a nastier person. You know, um, this could indicate that they came from a family life, or like growing up, they were in a household that was very harmonious, or their parents didn't necessarily always argue, or the family tried to have balance. Or growing up, your friend group might have been very positive and uplifting, and throughout your life you try to carry this balance and this harmony and this love. You love really beautiful things. You might fall for someone who's very attractive, or that a lot of people want, or who's seen very highly. You place a lot of value on beauty, and you love things that are luxurious. You love things that are beautiful, of higher end, that have better quality. You want to accommodate for others. You dislike things that are You dislike conflicts, and you are usually known as someone who's very fair and easygoing and chill. Even if on the inside you're not like that, you like to give that off, like as if nothing really phases you. You'll push conflict aside. A lot of times, if these people are feeling insecure or whatever, they may use their allure, their attractiveness to manipulate, to get what they want. They have this kind of they're very charming people, and there's something about them, whether it's their appearance or their personality, that people find very attractive, and they will use this to get what they want. It's kind of a little manipulative tactic. They could do that. They are known for putting other people at ease and giving other people that kind of calming effect, or that kind of it when some these are the type of people that want to be there for their friends. If their friend is going through a hard time, these people know how to make others feel comfortable and feel loved and feel at ease. They're very good at pinpointing all the good qualities in their friends and in their loved ones. Yeah, they are good at creating a very harmonious, a very harmonious environment around them, and that includes their friends too. And if their friends are in an argument, these are the type of people to be the mediator between them, and they're the ones to bring it back together. Or they'll be like, okay, you did this wrong, blah, blah. Now, when it comes to love matters, because this house is traditionally ruled by Aries, so in a way, it kind of adds Aries qualities to the Venus sign. You could be a little bit selfish in love and a little bit concerned about your own appearances and how you feel than how the other person feels. I mean, I have a Venus in Aries, and in a way, like, I relate to Venus in first house, but when it comes to like love matters, it really just depends where your Venus, like what sign your Venus is in, because my Venus is in Aries and it's in the 8th house. And I feel a lot of the times I will act as a Venus in 8th house to get kind of whatever partner I want. So it really just depends. But you could be someone that is very direct and straightforward when you like someone, or very flamboyant, or likes to show off a little bit when you like someone, something like that. Or you might just be very daring and bold, but not necessarily in a way that an Aries would be. Like an Aries would be like, I like you, but you might be like, oh, like you might dress a little bit nicer, you might wear like more scented fragrances just to like get their attention. You're more like an Aries, a Venus in Aries, but more subtle. But it always depends like where your Venus, whatever sign your Venus is in. Because you could have a Venus in Cancer in the first house, but how you might act about it is more quiet, but always wanting them to notice you, and might try different tactics, but never being straightforward all the way. Always wanting them to notice your beauty, them to notice your charm, wanting to charm them with your words and all of that. Might be a little bit more delicate and graceful and kind and very traditional when it comes to love, and very show off. You might show off who you like a lot. Like if you're in a relationship, you have no problem hiding it. You might want them, hey, come with me, come with my friends, come hang out, like things like that. Yeah, so that's it for my Venus in first house video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. By the way, I was shuffling my tarot, so that's why I was looking down and stuff. Yeah, feel free to leave a comment regarding anything if you felt I left anything out, and I'll see you guys in my next video.